So as you saw, they had some decent stuff. I swung over by this Ross Dress for Less after I left the gym, after I had my post-workout meal. Just wanted to see what they may or may not have. Loaded down with women's fragrances. A decent amount of men's fragrances. Some so-so cheapies. A few, you know, nice things. But one I ran across that you saw, I ended up grabbing Mercedes-Benz Man. The original, 20 bucks for a 1 ounce. I'm cool with that. That's kind of going rate online. 1 ounce going to go a long way. I'm a big fan of this line, and I don't have the original or the intense. That's kind of like two of the few that I don't have. I don't have the fresh flanker that was exclusive to Macy's, I believe. I don't have the intense. I have Mercedes-Benz Man Bright. I have Mercedes-Benz Man Private. I have Mercedes-Benz Man Blue, Mercedes-Benz Man Gray. You get the point. I'm a big fan of the house. Big fan of this particular line. I've heard this is kind of like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, so I don't remember the notes. It's been a long time since I've looked. I've wanted to add this one for quite some time. I'll probably put something about a bucket list somewhere on there because it's been on my want list for years at this point. Never important enough to grab it online, but important enough to where when I saw it in person and it wasn't just a little gift set part, the little 4-bottle ones, you guys know what I'm talking about, and it was an actual bottle, I grabbed it. So let's bust it open and see what it's about. Here we have it. Sleek black with the blue tinted glass. Is that Mercedes-Benz Man logo on the side? I do like these bottles. They're a little bit of a gimmick, but I don't know. They're unique. Nothing on this hand. Too good. Oh yeah, that's clearly going the route of Fierce. I get that bright, fresh, spicy, apple fruity type of smell that Fierce is known for. Kind of smells like a cheaper version of Percival. Like I get the synthetics that are in Percival. That cologne smell, C-A-L-O-N-E, cologne. That cologne smell, a little bit of ambroxan going on here. Spicier than Percival. Spicier than Mont Blanc Legend. So whatever spices are here, it smells kind of like an herbaceous green spice. And maybe a little bit of pepper. I like this better than Mont Blanc Legend, I'll tell you that right now, because it's spicier. Spicier usually works in my favor. Big fan of spicy fragrances, always have been, always will be. As long as I get like 4 or 5 hours out of this, I'll be happy. 30 ml is going to go a really long way. I have so many fragrances, it's not like I'm just going to reach for it over and over and over and just burn through this bottle. So 30 ml is going to go a long, long time. It smells really good. Actually, just on first impression, I'm telling you, I keep saying it, I'm going to say it again, I like this more than Mont Blanc Legend. 100 ml is in the 30 some odd dollar range from discounters online. It's of a similar price point. Taking performance out of it, because I have no idea how this is going to perform as of this moment, it smells better. Just as synthetic, but just as fresh, spicier, a very bright, fresh spiciness. Has that synthetic tone, but out in the air. I bet this is magical. I bet the sillage is great on this one because this is a high compliment factor, attractive DNA, especially for the younger crowd. You know, the fierce crowd is usually the younger crowd. It's actually pumping off of my hand too. Let's pull up these notes. I'm quite curious. So pulling up Parfumo. I'll put it on screen for you guys. Mercedes-Benz Man, here we go, released in 2016. Main accords are synthetic. Yes, no doubt, very chemically synthetic, I have to say. Fresh, woody, spicy, and sweet. I agree with all of that. That is spot frickin' on. Top notes are pear and umbrette seed, which is a musk. Heart notes of cedar leaf and geranium. There's some freshness. Base notes of oak moss and Brazilian rosewood. You mean to tell me there's no pepper or basil of any kind in here? Because that's what I assumed was given this spice. Just out of curiosity to see if it's any different, let's check out Troll Grantica and see what they say. Okay, here we go. Troll Grantica, or as you guys know it, Fragrantica. Okay, same breakdown. Pear, ambrette, cedar, geranium, oak moss, and rosewood. I'm surprised because this is actually quite spicy. The only thing that strikes me as what could be spicy is the oak moss. So the more I think about it, the more it does kind of make sense, because spicy and green, because I was thinking pepper and basil, can give a similar fresh, spicy green smell to what oak moss is capable of, especially a much more synthetic, chemically synthetic oak moss, because this is not natural oak moss in any way, shape, or form. This is definitely a man-made synthetic. And look, it's a little screechy, it's a little sharp, directly off skin. I could see some being saying, oh, that smells so synthetic, I'm good. Out in the air, I bet it's great. I think the best way to experience this fragrance isn't the way I'm smelling it right now. Even though I can't appreciate it directly off the skin, I bet out in the air, this is awesome. I'm going to go test the waters with my wife after I finish filming this video. Let's give this a first impressions rating. I actually like it even more than I thought I would. I was expecting it to smell pretty much identical to Mont Blanc Legend. This actually reminds me more of Percival on a lower quality scale, but spicier, because I do get a little bit more fresh spice out of Percival than I do Legend. I like this more than Legend. I think it's very good. I think Mercedes-Benz Man, the original, is easily a 7.5 out of 10. Again, I don't need a bigger bottle than this. I do have a bunch of other fragrances that smell like this. Complete redundancy. If you have Mont Blanc Legend, if you have Percival, if you have Fierce, you have fragrances that smell like Fierce. Very redundant. Though this is the spiciest take of the ones I have. So I think I'll lean to this one about as much as I lean to Percival, because I'm sure it's not going to be as powerful and potent and as long-lasting as Percival. Sometimes you want that scent profile, but you don't want it for 10 or 12 hours, right? And that would be the case here. This is probably a 4 to 6 hour fragrance. I'm confident it's going to fall in that range, and that's perfectly fine. For this 20 bucks for 30 ml, I'm very happy with it. Yeah, I think it's very good at a 7.5 out of 10. Well, thanks for taking a stroll around that particular Ross Dress for Less with me to find this 30 ml bottle of Mercedes-Benz Man. Like I said, I got a bunch of other ones in the line. I have, again, I'll list them off. Now I have this one, which is 1, Bright 2, Private 3, Gray 4, Blue 5. I now have 5 in this line, so happy to add it. I'll have to get the Intense next. And then there's that Fresh Flanker. That's not the easiest one to find, but also not the hardest thing to find either. So the completionist in me want, now that I got another one added to it, we'll end up wanting to get it. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this before, and what do you think about it? Do you have it? Did you have it? Have you sampled it? Was it a pass for you? Was it just too synthetic and you couldn't do it? Or has it been magical for you? A compliment getter, if you will. A compliment magnet of sorts, which I could see this out in the air having potential for sure. Like I said, I'm going to test the waters with my wife after I finish recording this. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Mercedes-Benz Man and you give it a spray now, who knows? You might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.
A few minutes later.
So real quick, figured I'd go ahead and update you guys. I went and let my wife smell it real quick. We might as well add this to the end of the video. Her exact words was, "Ooh, I love it. Wait, I know this scent. It smells so familiar. I know what this is." I said, "Yeah, it's Mercedes-Benz Man. I have a bunch of fragrances that smell like it." She's like, "You smell it again?" She's like, "This smells really good. What is it? What is it? What does it smell like? What am I smelling?" I said, "You know that blue bottle, the Parfums de Marly fragrance?" She said, "Percival or something like that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "It smells just like that." She's like, "Yeah, I love that one." I said, she said, "That makes sense." I said, "Yeah, it's like cheap-ass version of it, basically." So, just to let you guys know, wife approved. She's always been a big fan of this scent profile in the first place. Anytime I wear anything that smells like Fierce, she's here for it. So, just wanted to add that to the video. Catch you guys next time.